And the question is whether you are equipped enough for a second coming while there is nothing in you except the will which says to you, hold on. These are the lines from the poem. When there is nothing in you except the willpower, everything you lost. In the eye of the society, you are an utter failure. Your family, your friends, no one is taking you into consideration. They write off you as a good-for-nothing fellow. But if there is a willpower in you, and that willpower is always chanting you, whispering you that hold on, പിടിച്ചു നിൽക്ക്. Don't give in, don't surrender. Try to pick up, try to rise on your feet and go forward. Whether you are equipped enough, whether ready enough for a second coming. Once you failed, you are coming back with vigor, energy, and confidence. Try not to blab about your loss. If you lose, if you fail, don't talk about it much. Don't talk about it. Don't blab about it much. It is virtually impossible to be one among the wise and to keep your virtue. And there are wise people, wrong people, and if you are friendly with them, it is very difficult, it is impossible to keep your virtue, to keep your good nature if you are always friendly with those unwanted elements in the society. You can befriend a king, but never forget your poor childhood playmates. If you are successful, now you are influential, and now you are a greater personality, and you are walking with the prime ministers, kings, and top statesmen of the world. But don't forget your childhood playmates. That means you should never forget where you come from. It's very important. Keep your personality intact always. Keep your personality intact always. And there should be certain standard. There should be certain qualities and values. And the other people can rely on you. Your words have got much worth among your friends, in your workplace. So keep your personality always intact. The poem ends with a striking metaphor, an interesting metaphor. Unforgiving minute, and the time and tide waits for none. Unforgiving minute, the time that will never forgive you if you waste your time. And especially in your youth, time is the precious thing. Each and every moment in your life, you should try to be meaningful. Every moment, you have to do something worthwhile to the society and for your own good. So, this unforgiving minute reminds the reader, and this metaphor, unforgiving minute, time will never give you space. Time will never give you any kind of forgiveness, and if you waste your time, it is unpardonable mistake. And that particular metaphor reminds the reader the value of each fraction of a second in your life. Each fraction of a second in your life is valuable, and that time never waste. Last paragraph. The poem is rich with poetic devices like metaphor, personification, simile, symbols, etc. These are the poetic devices, and when you appreciate a piece of poem, and you have to mention those poetic devices, personification, metaphor, simile, symbols, and you might have learned this. Your teacher has told you those poetic devices, and this poem is there abundant with these kind of poetic devices, and these devices are profusely employed for a better effect and to drive the ideas home into the reader's mind. For a better effect, if there is poetic devices used, the poem has got an impact on the reader's mind, and these ideas the poet can drive into his mind. For instance, for example, triumph and disaster are personified. Triumph and disasters are compared to two persons. That's why they are called personifications. So triumph and disaster, they are two men or women or two individuals or two persons in this poem. And metaphoric expression, the metaphors like unforgiving minute that we have discussed now, refers to the time that waits for no man. And this unforgiving minute, it's a beautiful metaphoric expression, and it tells you the value of time, each fraction of a second in your life. And the rhyme scheme used helps the reader for a better recitation. For a better recitation of the poem, the rhyme scheme used will be so much helpful. And there are some rhyme scheme that you know what's rhyme scheme that you have learned even from your SSLC examination. The language used is simple, direct, and the reader can pick up gems and pearls easily. And the language simple, direct language is used, and the reader can pick up the gems and pearls from each lines. In short, the poem creates a mood where we feel enlightened. A particular mood is created when you read the poem, and we feel enlightened, we feel energized, rejuvenated, and invigorated. A passion is kindled, a desire is kindled in your mind, an impetus is ignited, an impetus is produced in your mind, in the reader. That would be a tool to face the life. Okay, this is the poem, and in the examination a piece of poem will be given to you, and that poem you have to compare with this poem, and how to appreciate a poem. This is an example. Okay, this will be much helpful to you, I hope. Okay, thank you.